This is a celebration of these nice folks here, what they do, their dedication, and how really hard they work for their families and their communities. We need to thank the sponsors who make this truly possible. You can see them at the bottom on our sign. Rand McNally, Progressive Commercial Insurance, Pilot Flying J, Cobra, the American Trucking Associations, and Red Eye Radio Network. And they make this possible and provide the prizes for our finalists. These are the organizations that oversee the training schools that all of these folks went to. The Commercial Vehicle Training Association, the National Association for Publicly Funded Driving Schools, and the Professional Truck Driver Institute. These are your alma maters. Special thanks to the judges. We had 53 total entries, and somehow they winnowed it down to the folks who are here today. That was Martin Garcia from the Houston Community College, Dave Heller from the TCA, the Truckload Carriers Association, Bruce Buseda from Diesel Driving Academy, Robert Benke from Fox Valley Technical School, Rich Clemente from FMCSA, and Jay Bradley Klepper from Interstate Trucker Ltd. Law firm. They had the difficult task of separating these 9 people from their peers. Special thanks to this lady, Marley Riggs. She's the Outreach and Engagement Manager for Truckload Carriers Association. She was my partner in crime on this. Thank you, Marley, so much. Another person we need to recognize, and that's Mike O'Connell. This award is named for him. He passed in 2013. He had been in the training industry for many years and thought that it was exceptionally important that new people coming into the industry know that they are appreciated and that they're part of the family. And that was his whole driving force behind this award. And we're real lucky today to have 2 other gentlemen with us. Eric Flick, he's a driver for FedEx Freight, and Eric James Ramsdell, Walmart Transportation. These guys have been, as you'll see in their bios, they've been up and down every highway, probably on the planet. We think that it's important that you guys, you finalists, hear from people who have been doing this many years.
Thank you all very much. As my bio says, I've been driving for 19 years. I want to congratulate all you guys for doing, and gal, for doing this and jumping into this industry like I did 19 years ago. You will find that it's one of the best jobs out there. It's real nice, as I was talking to one of the young gentlemen earlier today, on how it is nice to be paid to be a tourist. You get to drive around and look at the whole countryside and get paid to do it. So it's a very rewarding career. I talked to some of you that got into it because of there's always going to be a need for truck drivers, and there always is. There's always going to be a need for somebody to deliver that freight, somebody to receive that freight, somebody to ship that freight. So not only as drivers, if you ever want to do more than just drive a truck, the trucking industry is always huge and always looking for quality people to move on up, to be managers, to be safety managers, to be shippers, receivers, and so on and so forth. So just always remember, keep doing what you're doing, keep doing it the right way. Apparently your companies have seen that in you to nominate you here, that you guys have taken it, doing it the right way, doing it professionally, because it gives me great honor to represent folks like you when I go out and speak to people, that I'm representing the industry and I'm representing each one of you as you drive out there today as being professionals on the roadway. So I just want to thank you, congratulate you for doing it the right way and being here today.
Good afternoon. I just want to thank Rand Riley for inviting the road team captains to say a few words. We appreciate being involved in the awards ceremony, so it's an honor to be here. Just want to say I met all of the finalists, and what a diverse group we have. It's great. We got veterans, college graduates, all different backgrounds, so it's really cool to see, like you said, the new face of the industry coming in to make a new way for the trucking industry. You know, we read about the driver shortage, we hear about it on the radio, and so to see that there's new faces coming in, it's exciting for me to see that, and I congratulate all of you on being a finalist, whether you win or not. It's a huge accomplishment. Also, like Eric was saying, your company officials have seen something in all of you, so I encourage you, whatever you're doing right, keep doing that, and you've impressed somebody, so that's a big deal already. So congratulations. We're all striving to improve the industry image as drivers. We get out there every day. We all drive for different companies. Eric's with Walmart, I'm with FedEx. We have captains that are with independent people, or independent companies as well, and so we're all just out there trying to move America forward every day, and so I encourage you to just keep that message as you're out on the highway. You are the ambassadors of the industry every time you get out there, and so we got to keep the image improving for everybody as we share the road with them on the highway every day. And so my message is for safety. The road team, that's our message about safety and the image of the industry. So as far as safety goes, I encourage you to take the time to be patient with other motorists on the highway every day and just share the road with them safely, and make safety a priority, as you already have done, obviously. But when I first started driving, I was just trying to feed my wife and kids. I couldn't even imagine getting 1 million miles. Now I've got over 2 million accident-free miles. So there's a saying from Michael Jordan. I hope you all know who Michael Jordan is. He says, some people wish it would happen. Some people want it to happen. Other people make it happen. So we got to get out there as the professionals and make safety happen every day. Safety is not a habit, it's a choice when you get behind the wheel. So I encourage all of you to continue on that path and make safety that choice every day, and I hope all of you have a long and prosperous career in the industry. So congratulations again.
These are our finalists. You can see that they are a cross-section of our industry. Our first finalist, Mario Cardenas. Mario, jump up. Mario's a Lone Star State guy from San Antonio, and he drives for TMC Transportation. Justin Sharp made his nomination for this award, and this is what he said about Mario. Upon becoming part of the TMC family in June of 2015, Mario quickly became a top contender in the fleet. He holds a certification and revenue level of a tenured driver, always goes the extra mile, and puts safety at the forefront. What really sets him apart, though, from other drivers is his discipline, hard work, and self-motivation. Mario is an inspiring individual and an absolute perfect representative of both TMC and the trucking industry. Mario, thank you. Next up, Brian College. He drives for Carbon Express and lives in Bedford, Pennsylvania. This is just part of what his nominator, John Bowlby, wrote, recommending Brian for the award. With his military background, he is used to doing the job right the first time and every time. And he brings that same work ethic to Carbon. He is always on time for his pickups and deliveries. After only working here a little over 3 months, you would not know that Brian is a new driver, especially on the specialized work we do with liquid bulk tanks. Brian, thank you. Next up, Christopher Crowell. He drives for Werner Enterprises, went to school at CDS, Tractor Trailer Training, and lives in Evington, Virginia. Kara Sasek from Werner made the nomination of Christopher, and this is what she said in part in her nomination. In the time he has been here, he has picked up every load on time and delivered to the stores on time safely. You delivered to Best Buy, yes? Through all of this, he displays a positive attitude. There are consistently changing stressors out there that can get to you, but his positivity always shines through. He is out there working hard and finding ways to succeed. In the time I have known him, I know he is a caring individual and clearly strives to do his best every day. Chris, thank you. Brandon Douglas, another one of our finalists. He drives for Melton Truck Lines, went to American Truck Training, and lives in Moore, Oklahoma, just around the corner, yes? Yeah. Marilyn Serber from Melton nominated Brandon, and this is in part what she said. Trucking is in Brandon's blood, and it shows in the quality of his work. He takes pride in everything that he does. He always communicates with his driver manager and follows through with what he says. Brandon keeps safety in mind. Safety again? We're keeping track. We have a scoreboard up here, by the way, in mind, and has been accident and incident-free during his time with Melton. He knows safety is the #1 priority. He always calls and asks if he has any questions or concerns about a load or any other situation. Thank you, Beardless Brandon. Shauna Froelich, please stand up. She drives for Dartco, went to heavy metal truck training, and lives in beautiful Belle Plaine, Minnesota. Elsie Wyman nominated Shauna for today's award and said this: since completing the company's Advantage Driver University finishing program and successfully starting out on her own as an over-the-road driver for DART, Shauna has exceeded all expectations. She also obtained our Company Driver Performance Award for the month of May, which is not an easy achievement for a driver who is new to the industry. Winning awards as a newbie. Great. Shauna, thank you very much. Dave Hanbarger, he drives for Maverick Transportation and went to Trans-Tech, lives in Jefferson, North Carolina. Kenneth Moore nominated Dave for this award, and this is part of what he said in that nomination. Dave is an intelligent, organized driver. His trip planning skills are second to none, and it shows in his productivity. Last quarter, he ranked 3rd in our entire company in miles driven per day, in the entire company. Part of the reason, I love this, part of the reason for his ridiculous numbers and great success is his availability to take loads. Simply put, he's always ready to go. His work ethic, intelligence, and drive to succeed are close to superhuman, and he's really a nice guy to boot. Thank you, Dave. Or Super Dave. Our next nominee, Willis Robinson. He drives for Cargo Transporters, went to Future Truckers of America, and lives in Garysburg, North Carolina. Josh Frederick nominated Willis for this award, and this is part of what he wrote in that submission. If I had one word to describe Willis Robinson, it would be consistent. He consistently delivers freight safely, on time, and with a great attitude. I have personally witnessed his ability to balance his personal life and the demands placed on him as an over-the-road truck driver. He displays a positive attitude when dealing with any of the adverse situations that are inherent in our industry. Willis, our thanks. Mark Walther. Mark drives for Will Trans and went to Northeast Technical Institute in Pittsfield, Maine. Mike Titamble Jr. nominated him, and this is what he said about Mark. Mark has been a pleasure to have around since he arrived. His commitment to safety and our culture has helped define his success to date. Here's the thing about Mark that stands out for me the most. He loves what he is doing. He feels like his life has purpose and meaning. He understands the responsibility and accountability for his actions. Mark always seems to be looking for a way to improve. Frankly, I love this part. Frankly, he's raised the bar in what we desire in the entire new entry pool. Mark, congrats. Thank you. Kenneth Humans drives for Dutch Made Logistics, went to Professional Drivers Academy and lives in Muncie, Pennsylvania. Stuart Myers, who is the safety director for Dutch Made, said this about Kenneth. Ken Humans has been a wonderful addition to our fleet. He excels in all areas of the transportation business. He still enjoys what he does with great enthusiasm, and you can see that if you've met him. He handles instruction from dispatch very well, never turns down a load, is willing to go the extra mile with dispatch when things need to get done. Ken is a real pleasure to work with, and we look forward to his continued success as he makes a name for himself in the transportation world. Kenneth, thank you. Each finalist receives a grand, $1,000 in cash. 50,000 My Rewards point from the nice folks at Pilot Flying J. Congratulatory plaque from Award Company of America. $100 worth of DAS products that They're the nice folks with Road Pro, featuring the Road Pro Mobile Spec Portable Life Package, an American Trucking Association's prize package, a GPS unit from Rand McNally, and a CB radio from Cobra. That's each of the finalists. Here's what the winner takes home. $10,000 in cash, $1,000 and 100,000 points from Pilot Flying J's My Reward Points, a custom plaque from Award Company of America, an interview on Red Eye Radio and with Eric Harley, a feature in Truckers News, $1,000 worth of DAS products merchandise featuring the Road Pro Getting Started Living on the Go package. I've seen it, it's back there, it's very cool. An American Trucking Association's prize package, a GPS unit, and Motor Carrier Road Atlas from Rand McNally, so there will be never an excuse for getting lost, and a dash cam and a CB radio from the nice folks at Cobra. Again, our sponsors really help make this possible and really allow us to say thanks to these guys and this lady in a terrific fashion. Thanks to our sponsors. And now, Trucking's top rookie is Christopher Crowell from Werner Enterprises. That's him if you couldn't tell. Come on up, Chris.
First of all, thanks to Werner Enterprises. Without them, who knows where I'd be. Special thanks to Colin McDermott. He was my first dispatcher / district manager. Really helped me out along the way. Just thank you to my wife. Super supportive in everything that I do. And thanks to all the sponsors and Truckers News. And
why did you get into the industry in the first place?
So I was in the Army for 13 years, and I deployed to the Middle East a couple times. Hurt my back pretty bad. So after I was medically boarded out of the Army, I tried to figure out what I was going to do with my life. Went to college for a little bit. That didn't work out so well. I didn't like it. I worked at different odd jobs, and I was working as a manager at a pet store. And that offered me a 25-cent raise. And I decided that I got 2 little girls and a wife to provide for. 25 cents, that's not going to do it. So started looking around at what industries were solid and always needed people, and I found trucking. And that's how I got into it.
Great story. Thank you all. Thank you, finalists.